Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this doesn't work. Let's get open for business. Guys, the day after tomorrow, the Dallas Cowboys head off to Oxnard for their first practice on Thursday. The offseason is literally just about over. Tonight we'll be live streaming at 9 o'clock Eastern. And for all you guys that wonder, how come you don't get notified when I do something? Go on your homepage on YouTube, click on the bell on my page, and then that way you will get notified when I'm live streaming and things are going on. That way you will be kept up to speed with all that is the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I'm known as the clickbaiter in chief, and have been accused of talking about Earl Thomas too much, and people think I just make things up. So I'm going to get the talking heads to go ahead and give us the latest on Earl Thomas. Now, basically, we're waiting on Seattle. We have an offer that's on the table there with them, from what I'm being told. And we're waiting to hear from a phone call back from Seattle if it will or will not happen. Earl Thomas has made no indication whatsoever that he is coming to training camp. You don't see him talking about training camp. You don't see pictures of him on Instagram packing for training camp. You don't see anything Seattle related, and has not communicated with the Seahawks in months. That doesn't mean that he won't be a Seattle Seahawk, but he is definitely letting them know, I'm not doing anything till I get paid. Now, let's listen to our buddies here with NFL Network, and then we'll talk about it.
Well, Earl Thomas wants to be paid right now. He doesn't want to wait till the end of this contract, this upcoming season, to hit free agency. I don't know if he's going to show for the start of camp. No indications that he is going to show, so we could have a holdout on our hands right here. And if that is the case, I do not expect the Seahawks to rush to do a deal to end that holdout. That's what happened with Cam Chancellor a couple of years ago. They told Chancellor, we're not doing a deal until you come back. He came back. Eventually, they did a deal down the line. But I think that Earl Thomas might be misinterpreting something, and that is the fact that the Seahawks are not doing a deal right now, I am told, doesn't mean that they don't want him beyond this season. It's just that they've got a lot of other things to do. They've got players like Frank Clark, the young defensive end, Tyler Lockett, the young wide receiver. They also have KJ Wright coming up as well, Dwayne Brown, the left tackle. They've got a lot of contracts to do right now, and so they're not necessarily in a rush to do Earl Thomas before those. But that does not mean, from what I am told, like I said, that they do not want him around for the long haul beyond the 2018 season.
Well, here's what's interesting about that. And again, this is just my speculation, my research, and my thoughts. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. Doesn't mean it's right. Definitely doesn't mean it's wrong. But as you heard, Seattle has a lot of people to take care of. And they don't exactly have a lot of money to deal with. So you have Cam Chancellor, who's currently $8.5 million hit. Wants more money to be paid like the top safety in football. And of course, they use the example of Cam Chancellor. Well, Cam Chancellor was told, don't hold out. We'll take care of you at the end of the season. Well, that may be what they did with Cam Chancellor, but that's not the best example for the Seattle Seahawks, because he signed that extension last August 1st, a $36 million extension, with $13 million of it guaranteed immediately, $12 million of it guaranteed for injury settlement. And since that time, well, he just announced that he's retired last month. And basically that cost them $25 million. Let me say it again. Cam Chancellor cost them $25 million. So they're not going to be in a rush to try and pay Earl Thomas more than what he's already being paid. In fact, they can use the money right now for their team. So you could have a disgruntled employee who could hold out till week 6, end up being a distraction that's going to cost you $8.5 million on your cap, and possibly then leave at the end of the season with nothing in return. Or you can get some cash now. You can possibly get a good draft pick, maybe a second rounder. You can do away with the distractions, and you can keep rebuilding like you're doing and have some money to pay some of those other guys that you know have a longer shelf life than Earl Thomas. We're going to have to wait and see, because the day after tomorrow, the Seattle Seahawks report, and we have yet to hear anything other than Earl Thomas saying he wants out or to get paid. And right now, neither of those things look like they're happening anytime soon. So the ball is right now in Earl Thomas's court. Will he show up? I don't know, but we'll talk about it tonight. As always, friends, I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo, and I'm so happy that the season is just about here. I'll see you guys soon.